Let's look at slope and y-intercept for a little bit. We're going to look at it from several perspectives. First of all, we're going to look at the graph and name the slope and the y-intercept. Okay? So the y-intercept, remember that's where the graph of the equation, or where the line crosses the y-axis. So we can tell this point here is where the line crosses the y-axis. That is the y-intercept. So the y value is the second value in the y-intercept. Remember, when a line crosses the y-axis, the x value is 0. So what is the name of this point? This ordered pair is the point 0, -7. So the y-intercept is 0, -7. Now, what is the slope? Well, we can see a consistent rise and run. Remember, the slope is the change, the vertical change over the horizontal change. The vertical change over the horizontal change from point to point. And we pick easy points, okay, points that have integer values, points that are already marked here for us. So we can tell that it's a positive slope because the steps are going up, the slope is going up, the line is rising from left to right. So 1 unit up, and how many units over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up 1 over 5 is rise over run, 1 over 5. So our slope here is 1 over 5. So remember, slope is what we're looking at here with the stair steps. Okay, let's look at that again from the same perspective but a different graph. Let's name the slope and the y-intercept of this line. Okay, let's look at the y-intercept first. Okay, again, this is the point where our line crosses the y-axis. That's our y-intercept. That's this point here. Okay, so when we name that point, remember y-intercept has a 0x value, so what's the y value? 3. So our y-intercept has the value 0, 3. 0, 3 names our y-intercept. Now remember the slope. The slope, we let the variable m stand for slope, and the slope here going from point to point, remember it's the rise over the run, or the vertical change over the horizontal change. So from this point to this point, let's see, we can tell that it's going to be a negative slope because the stair step is going down, isn't it? Okay, so again, it's a consistent stair step. Okay, no need to mark it that many times, but that gives you a good picture. Now let's name it, and remember we always want to, if we count this rise over run and it ends up a fraction that needs to be simplified, we should do that. So let's see how this one works here. We have a vertical change, or a rise of -1, 2, 3, 4, and a horizontal change, or a run, of 1, 2, 3. So 4 over 3, but remember the line is going down, so we know that's a negative slope. So the slope is -4/3. Okay, let's look at it from a different perspective now. Let's look at slope and y-intercept from the equation perspective. Remember, this is based on a model of the equation. Okay, slope and y-intercept, if we can write the equation in the slope-intercept form, what is that? Y is equal to mx plus b is the slope-intercept form. This one is given to us in that form already, so we can see the slope is the fraction 2/3, And the y-intercept, well, the b value is 4. Alright, so in order to write that as an ordered pair, alright, let's say, how would we give the answer here? The slope, let's say m stands for slope, and we can tell that that is 2/3. And the y-intercept, we're going to show that by the ordered pair 0b, and we're going to say that that's the ordered pair 0, 4. Alright, let's do that again from the same perspective, from the equation perspective. Let's look at this one and name the slope and y-intercept. Okay, remember slope and y-intercept. And remember, there's in a form of the equation that shows slope and y-intercept, the slope-intercept form, y equal mx plus b. And so we already have it in this form, don't we? So there's our m for slope, and here's our b for the b value of the y-intercept. So we can see that m, whoops, I mean to throw you with the color there, m is our value -5, and our b value is -7. So we could answer this way. Our slope, which we say m stands for the slope, our slope is -5. It doesn't appear as a fraction. Remember, we can make it look like a fraction when that suits our purpose. And the y-intercept, we're going to say that's the point 0b. That stands for our y-intercept, and we're going to write that is the point 0, -7. Okay, let's look at it again from the equation perspective, where we want to name the slope and the y-intercept. But this time we don't get the equation in the form that we need, so we need to work on the equation. Remember, we're going to look at the slope, and we're going to look at the y-intercept. And for that, we actually need y equal mx plus b, the slope-intercept form of the equation. So this equation needs some work. We need to isolate y. So what could we do? One thing we could do is to subtract 2x from both sides. That begins to isolate the y term. So that would be 3y is equal to subtract 2x from both sides with our 8 that's already here. Pretty good, but we still need to isolate y, and that would take division by 3. So we're going to divide all terms by 3. That gives us y is equal to -2/3 x plus 8/3 is an improper fraction that does not simplify any further, so we can now, though, name the slope and the y-intercept. Remember, this is our slope. This is the b value of the y-intercept, remember, so now we could answer the question. Slope, we could say m standing for slope is equal to -2/3, and the y-intercept 0b is 0 and the value 8/3. Now remember, that's not an easy point to find, but it is the correct y-intercept for this equation.